Is very low. Okay, we can fix this. Yes, the music is too loud. Okay. And how is this? Is this better for mic audio? My name is Emily, by the way, for those of you who have not met me before. And if you have seen me before, hello again. Christian is our lovely chat moderator. He is also in the chat to talk to us, and he is the one also, the technical dude that helps me set up the stream. So, Christian, maybe he can help me. Oh gosh, is it this one? What about that? Yes, please give me some tips. I forgot which knob it is. I have to turn a knob and we move the position of the mic, so now it's a little bit, yeah, don't know if that makes a difference. Welcome, everyone. If I turn the music any more down, it's gonna be off, like properly off. But maybe that's okay. Maybe I should just turn the music off, and that's totally cool. I will still get Christian's opinion on the mic audio because I don't want to get that wrong. In the meantime, my name is Emily. I am a graduate of CADA. For those of you who have not met me before, I'm good for now. Okay. The voice could be a little louder. Damn, we got some deaf people in the chat today. I'm joking. It's totally... I have no idea what it's like on my end. I'm not a... Wait a second. Nope. I can't. Christian? Give me a hand, buddy. Hello, come in.
See, okay, here, Chad.
What's going on? I don't understand.
You deaf people.
Can you hear me now?
Oh my god, don't blame the people. Don't blame the audience. Yeah, I started this train.
So
it is that one, right?
So we can do an ASMR. Hi, welcome to CADA's ASMR.
Is it that one? It's not this one, right?
No. I think you're fine. Like, I mean,
I should just turn the music off then. This is Christian, everyone.
Hi.
If you haven't met him before, here. Do you want to try with this one? Because it doesn't like. If I talk and you listen, how does it sound now? What is that like? It's a little bit misleading because I'm also right beside him, so he can also hear me. Like it's like, ugh.
I mean, you're really loud on this. Hi, Chad. Oh God, that was loud.
Really? Okay, maybe there's something wrong with the.
I'll just do this. I think we should be fine then. Dear Chad, yes. Okay, we're good. All right. Hi, lovely Chad. I miss you very much, and it's been good to see you guys, and I'll see you guys later.
You'll probably see him at the end, possibly, potentially.
I'll see you later.
Depending on how many submissions we have. Okay, great. Thank you for your help. Awesome. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, cool. It's always, gotta make sure that the technical stuff makes sense at the beginning. Yes. Okay. If that is all okay now, talking pretty loud out there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Yeah, like I just mentioned, Christian might be back at the end of the chat. Usually at the end of every class, we like to go through Discord. For those of you who are part of the community on Discord, we sometimes submit some submissions and have some fun and look at some stuff. And also, I will be announcing, so we've already announced the winners of the sculpting competition, which was the bootcamp class before last, so a couple weeks ago now. But we have those winners, and the prize for those winners was that we would 3D print their sculpts, whatever they sculpted and submitted, and the ones that got voted the most, they would get theirs 3D printed. So if you guys stick around, at the end of the stream, at the end of the class, we're going to go into Discord and see if there are any more submissions of like last week's class, for example, and we'll be showing off the 3D prints that we have made. As far as I'm aware, 2 of them are still being like cleaned up and like polished and stuff, because 3D printing is, not like a, it's like it is prone to be like, there are some mistakes or like rough edges. So they're being polished, but I have 2 of them to show you guys today. So if you guys are interested in that, stick around. And yes, I'm a graduate of CADA. I've been working in the industry for just under 2 years, roughly. Yeah. My main thing is modeling and animating and texturing. I also do a bit of sculpting, but today's class is texturing in Blender. So, as per the usual, we have pinned a Blender file at the top of the chat. Yes. We've given you guys a Blender file that you guys can download to either open or import into Blender, and you can texture the same asset alongside me. Otherwise, if you just want to watch and follow along and chill, that's totally cool. But yeah, so download that if you want to texture the same thing as me. There will be an advantage to that because it's already been unwrapped. It's already gone through a process called unwrapping. But if you want to texture your own asset, that's also totally cool. I can quickly go over like a trick to get it texture ready, if you will. Feel free to ask me any questions about anything at any time. Obviously, you know, about the program, but also if it's about the industry or 3D in general, or like my experience or the school, especially the school. I'm just going to be trying to give you guys like the basics, and just squeeze in the most essential information, I guess, within the time that we have today, and hopefully get you guys started on being able to do something on your own. So yeah, without further ado, with that said, I will just get into it. Cool. I'm going to fix this a little bit. I always do this. Tiny, minuscule bit better. Anyway, okay, cool. Welcome to the Blender file. To the Blender viewport, yes. I'm just going to go back over here into layout. So when you first open it up, it might look as it has. It's kind of been, we've kind of prepared it already, but when you open Blender, usually you're in the layout tab at the very top. I'll actually also go over navigation in case this is anybody's first class. I'll go over navigation real quick. And I will answer questions as soon as I have done that so you guys can get a little bit of knowledge and get started. I don't want to make you guys wait. So yeah, so the main keys that I personally use to navigate, there are a couple of different ways to do things, and there are lots of keyboard shortcuts for a lot of different things. The way that I learned how to do it was with the shift key and the middle mouse scroll wheel button. So as you can see, snap, zooming, I just use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Pretty self-explanatory. It's quite a nice way to be able to do stuff. Then I hold down shift and clicking the middle mouse button, and that will allow me to pan around, I guess, just move around the scene. And then if I click the middle mouse button, there we go. If I click the middle mouse button by itself, I can kind of rotate around the object, rotate, pan. So yeah. I always do this. For those of you who are here for the last class. Always do that. Okay. And then, the other way to zoom is by holding Control and the middle mouse button. And that kind of gives you like a way more subtle way of zooming in. Like if you're looking at those finer details, if you need like a soft, you can use Control and the middle mouse. So yeah, those are the main keys that I will be using today. Cool. So yes, if you're starting out in the layout section like this, then I think I'll quickly just go over UV editing for those of you who have your own asset. Everything that you need to, every workspace that you need to work in is up here along these top tabs. And if you have made your own asset, I mean, sometimes Blender likes to auto unwrap it, but in order to texture something properly and use a proper texture map for any asset, it needs to have been unwrapped, something called unwrapped. Unwrapping is a process where we basically treat the object as if it's like wrapped in like a skin or something, or like wrapping paper around a present. And then when we unwrap it, we cut seams along certain parts of the object. And then we imagine that these faces here are all connected, and where the red lines are where the seams are, for example. If we just imagine that, I think that's the case. Then once we've cut those seams, we're able to take these faces and click a button, and they are unwrapped. And that just essentially means that it takes those faces and it spreads them out flat within this UV space here, this UV map. Here we go. I'll just do like this. Okay. Come on now. There we go. Each of these, like, so I've just highlighted one of the... I can actually also do it like this. There we go. Yeah, cool. So I just held down Alt and Shift in order to select multiple faces at a time. What I've just selected here and highlighted is what you would know as like a UV island. And all of these separate islands here that fill up the UV map, that's going to be like what your texture sits on. So when we actually get into coloring and adding details and all this stuff, we can, like, the information has a place to sit on and to store on. And then once we're ready and once we're done, we can save these or export these out as PNGs, as PNG files. And then you'll be able to put the asset and the textures and render it and put it in any software or render it or whatever you want to do, right? So that's the idea. The reason why you kind of have an advantage when you download our file is it's already been unwrapped, which is really nice and lucky. The safest and cleanest way to unwrap things is by doing it manually, and you would do that by going into edge mode and like selecting edges and, you know, being strategic about it and selecting the edges and unwrapping them like so. But a quick way, because today's class is not about unwrapping, a quick way to just unwrap everything is I would click, there we go, I would click A on your keyboard to select every face of the object, and then there are a couple of different ways to do it, but I think, so if I'm hovering over this workspace and I click U, or I hit U on my keyboard, it's going to come up with some options. These same options you'll get if you are right-clicking over this viewport or this kind of sort of layout. And some of them are, you know, not actually exactly the same, but generally we just want to hit U while we're hovering over this viewport. And once you've cut all your seams, you just want to hit U and click unwrap, and then it's going to come here and, you know, do all that stuff. But what I would recommend for anybody's object who hasn't been unwrapped, I would say Smart UV Project. Yes, that's what it says. And then it's going to come with some options. You can play around with this and see what suits you best and what you feel like it looks kind of nice and clean. The idea is for each UV island to take as much space as possible within this square. So within this square, each island should be as big as it can be without overlapping. And these different functions can like help control that. So if I bump that up, yeah, that's kind of like messy, but it's nice. It kind of just automates it. Let's try again. For example, if I bump it all the way down, that's pretty low. Now it's gonna look like this, which is also not that pretty to look at, but it'll work. So yeah, and then you can turn that up. Yeah, like we don't want that. So you guys get the point. All right, cool. So yes, with that information, I hope everyone is ready to go and get into it. This video will also be uploaded to YouTube once the stream is done, so you can play it back and watch it. Otherwise, there's lots of unwrapping videos online also. But yes, basically, to have a functioning texture, you will need this sort of thing here, these maps, to do that. Okay, once you've done that, or once you're ready, I'm gonna go into texture painting up here, which is right beside the UV editing. And it looks kind of similar, but not quite, but kind of. And as you can see, because we have a nice unwrap, we've already got our stuff here ready to go. So I think it's about time I answered some questions. I can see some stuff here. Moa asks, do you have to be in Copenhagen to go to the school, or can you do it online? And your English is very fine. No worries, don't you worry about that. It's very, very good. Yes, to attend the school, you do have to be in Copenhagen, as far as I know. At least when I studied, yes. Because it is a full-time education, you're only eligible for SU. I think you are actually attending on campus. I don't think they do online schooling for this particular education. Yeah. Welcome from Club Porten, if I'm saying that right. Oh yes, and Christian is on it, answering the questions. Great job. Well, what would I do without you? What would I do without you, Christian? So good. Very quick. Okay. Alright, cool. As far as I can see, that's what we've covered so far. Cool. Alright, let's continue then. So, right now, we are in the default. If I go up to the top and then to the right, yeah, that is the right? As long as it's not flipped for you guys, it should be the same, yeah. Ooh. We're in the default sort of like view mode. These little spheres here represent different ways of just viewing things in the viewport in the 3D world space. If I click on this sort of grid looking thing, it's going to go into like ghost mode, or, it's going to go like transparent and we can like see through it and whatnot. Useful in some situations. For this situation, we want to be in, it is this one. They both kind of have different functions depending on whether you're rendering or, but this is the one that you want to be in, this little sort of sphere with a triangle in it. And this is just going to make it so that you can actually see what you are texturing and the color on it. Once you've done that, I'll just take this first. Okay, so right now you can kind of see that Blender had a big update recently, and all this information used to be over here, and there is still some information over here, also some advanced stuff, but everything's been moved around. So everything we kind of need is here. But what we mainly need is texture slots. So by default, it says no textures. Obviously, it has nothing yet. But in order to start being able to put color on things, we click the little plus sign here, and then it comes with some options. All of these different options here represent a different type of texture map, and they all hold different types of information. Today, we're just going to be focusing on base color, and that is really, it is what it says it is. It's just adding color. But if you guys ever wanted to experiment, and maybe if there's time later, I can like get into some of the others, but these all have like, yeah, different uses. So this is for the color. Metallic, it is also what it says it is. It represents how much metalness is in the texture, whether it should be super reflective or not, or kind of mirror-like or not at all. Roughness, similar but not the same. Also affects how much roughness or glossiness, or you know, what kind of reflections it has on it. Also, these, like normal, for example, yeah, there's a lot. Normal map, for example, some cool stuff that could be fun is you can paint which parts of the asset you want to appear larger than the other. So it's difficult to explain, but without actually changing the geometry, a normal map can change really the look and the shape of a geometry without actually changing the polygons themselves. A normal map can apply shadows and apply depth and details so that when it does come time to render, light reflects off of it differently in different ways in different places. Yeah, it's a whole thing, and it's lots of fun, I promise. But yeah, lots of different types of information, super fun. We're just gonna do base color. Like, you could leave it at your default settings, depending on how close you're going to be to the object. If you are rendering details, you can see it's already got a name. You will need to name it. We can just stick to 10K. You can also put it to 2K or 4K or whatever. That's just the resolution of the texture. Obviously, the higher the resolution, the heavier. We don't really need alpha, but I'm just going to leave it as default. And, yeah. We just leave it like this. You can also change the color. What should I try it? What color sword should we make today? I'm going to go for, like, sort of like more of a hand-painted feel this time. I mean, it's going to change anyway. It doesn't really matter. This is kind of just like a base, like a starting point. It essentially is just like a clean canvas, but yeah. For that sake, actually, I'm just going to keep it white. It's just going to create a clean canvas for us, and I could have made this orange, but like, it doesn't really make a difference. It's whatever. I mean, I'm sure maybe on some super detailed technical level, but it's not relevant for us today. So just a white canvas, that'll do just fine. Okay, now we can actually get into the fun stuff. Pardon me. So I'm just gonna have a sip of my coffee. Please excuse my itchy throat. Okay, cool. So now we can just kind of have fun and get into coloring and stuff. So a lot of the settings up here, for example, radius, that'll do what you guess. It'll control the radius of your brush or of your pen or whatever you want to call it. The strength, I can demonstrate this. So I have strength at 100 currently. If I set this down, it's gonna make it a lot weaker. Sort of acts as like opacity also at the same time. But for now, I'm just gonna keep my strength at 100 because I'm gonna put some base colors down, and then we can paint over the top of it and make it all look all fancy and stuff like that. Lots of different controls here. Don't want stroke. Here we go. Spacing. If I turn the spacing up, it increases the space in between brush strokes. That actually kind of looks cool on here. Wait, that's too far. There we go. I just Control Z, and then if you find a glitch or if you Control Z too much, Control Shift Z is redo. I saw a little glitch happen there, so I hit Tab to go into this mode, and then Tab again, and then you could see my canvas just came back. So, I mean, glitches happen, so sometimes you just gotta, yeah, play around with it. We're here for fun, so it's okay. I actually want to try that. Amazing. So, as you can see, my UV unwrap of this sword actually isn't quite as perfect or clean as it could be, I guess. You can see when I paint on here, it looks kind of normal and natural. I'm creating spherical paint splotches. But then when it appears on the sword, it's clearly distorted and stretched. And that's because of stretched UV islands. And that's what's going to happen if your UV map isn't like correctly laid out flat, or if there is stretch in between the seams. And the way that you avoid that is by either making more cuts, or perhaps in this case, for example, I can see here, if I can get a good view of it, maybe I'll try this side. I can see here that these edges are quite close to the tip, versus my UV island, these edges here are quite far away from the tip, which is probably what causes a little bit of stretch there. It just kind of distorts it. But in this case, you know, like, it's okay. It looks kind of fun. So, I need to make a base color. I don't even know what color I want to make my sword. It just looks so much fun to do it like this. Interesting. Well, and then smear. So, as you can see, there are a lot of tools here also that you can use to make your paint kind of like fun and interesting. It's kind of funky looking. I'm going to use smear. Whoa. Crazy. Turn that down. So this is really just kind of painting, I guess. Whoa! So much fun. Okay. I might do that again. I don't know. We usually paint a sword or texture a sword every texturing class, most texturing classes. So it's kind of fun to come up with all these random, weird, cool new designs. Let's see. What in the... I can also turn it up here, but that's not really So this little ball has some settings too, but I wouldn't recommend doing it in there, since you should generally keep your metallic. Yeah. But for the fun of it and for the look of it, we can edit some things in here, but yeah. So for example, if I want to make like a mirror sword, I can kind of give that idea here and turn up the roughness, still kind of metallic-y, or I can turn the metalness off. Then it's going to be sort of reflective like plastic. I turn the roughness up a little bit. It's going to be totally matte. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at default. Metalness information should be on the metalness map, but that's okay. And where is my color ball? We want to turn that down. Whoa. My blender is lagging. What is going on right now? Something's going on. Did I just crash the... Oh no. No, it's okay. It's just being weird. Okay. Cool. And it's doing it again. Okay, something weird is going on right now. I might have to restart the program. That is not supposed to happen. Yeah, oh yeah. Great point, Christian. Remember to save your program because this happens. I think I'm going to restart the program just to be on the safe side. So yeah, so basically, remember though, important point to make. My autopilot brain, you know, when you save a Blender file, you just go save as. It's pretty standard. If you want to export objects, then you will create like a OBJ or an FBX by exporting the object. But if you want to save your texture, because for some reason in some Blender update somewhere along the line, when you save a Blender file, it doesn't want to save your texture with it. So to save your texture with your Blender file, I think you need to go up to Image, and then Save As, I do believe. It's kind of like the same principle, but you need to save as an image instead for some reason. Yeah. Let me see. It's not that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. Because I don't want to give any wrong information, but I do believe that's how I've done it at least. Can also try this one. But, yeah. Yes, save as image. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, like, right? So, yeah. Just to be on the safe side, do that, for sure. And I'm going to restart my program because I don't know what happened. Any questions? Thank you, mods. Hope to see you next time. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's surprising because Blender is a very light program, but sometimes it does glitch out. I'm sorry to hear you lost some of your project in the past. How to make it glass looking. Ooh, a glass sword actually sounds pretty dope. Let's see. Then you would need to play with you want it to be transparent. Kind of need like a I haven't actually tried that in Blender before. In the field, when I'm working in my, in the office or, you know, in the industry, we, Maya, I use Maya. We work in Maya. That's the general preferred program. Oh, yeah, of course. What am I talking about? I need to restart the program. I think you can make it transparent using alpha, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Still, if even though you do this, if you want to see the best results when it comes time to render, still I would save your information in like one of these maps. Yeah. Okay. I think it's about time I restart this. Let me just try and Ooh. Here it is. Cool. Hopefully. See, there it is. What the heck? Was I missing something? I don't know. It left me. It went away for some reason. Okay, now let's do this. Base color. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's get into it. Again. So, like I said, I'm just gonna start adding some base colors, perhaps. There's a couple different ways you can find your colors. Like I said, all the brush options and the stroke options are up here. So that's nice and handy. Yeah. Good old brown. So, as you can see, I've just gone in and I've actually started texturing, not straight onto the asset, but within the this texture map here. The reason why I do that is because if I went in and painted here and I tried to get all these fine details up there, it would most likely overlap into other materials of the object and just kind of create, it could just get a little bit messy. But if I stay within my UV lines here, even if it kind of, you know, bleeds over the edge and falls out here, it's not going to affect the other islands of the asset. So that's where I can save myself a little bit of trouble. Okay. Only I kind of need it to be... It's gonna be kind of tight. Interesting. Here we go. That's what I want. just did it again. Okay, there we go. We're back. So... Also, I probably should mention this, but texturing tends to be a little bit easier and faster. At least the hand-painted kind of textures tend to be a little bit easier and faster. If you're using a pen or a stylus, and like a drawing pad, that can be kind of handy if you're sketching details and whatnot. I'm just using a mouse, obviously, so it's not impossible. I actually create textures in Substance Painter using my mouse and only my mouse, like on the daily, and I get away with it. But yeah, it does make it a little bit easier with a pen because you have slightly more control. But yeah, so here I have my little handle stick here, supposedly leather, that I've just now colored brown. And you can see it doesn't affect any other part of the sword because I kind of just tried to stick it to the rest of this area. The way that I kind of got this hard edge, I'm sure you guys saw, I just kind of played with these things till I got something that suited me. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. Alright, now I need to... What other colors should we make this one? Does anyone have any suggestions? I know you guys probably, you guys can do whatever you want, whatever you like, but maybe, I've done purple swords and green swords. Maybe I'll do an orange sword, perhaps a salmon sword. Yeah. The Discord is going off right now. If you guys are willing and comfortable, please feel free to join our Discord and submit your work from today to the Discord also. We love to see it. We love to work on it. I mean, work on it, but we love to... Yeah, we love to see it and have fun and share and stuff like that. Also in the future, if you want to share that. I don't know what color to make my sword. Can also use the paint bucket, but first I'm gonna outline my thing, and then I can... What? There we go. If that ever happens and you lose your color, you can use the paint tool picker. And then, ta-da! Save a little bit of time. How are we doing for the music? Is it low enough, or is it still too loud? Should I turn it off? Don't know if you guys heard that I cracked my knuckle. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That's actually weird that you guys can't hear any of the chill beats or the lo-fi music, because it's still playing and there's still audio. Maybe there's something wrong with the audio today. Anyway. Okie dokie. So, this part's kind of just a little bit more creative. You can have your fun with doing all kinds of styles and different ways of painting stuff. So that's the fun part. There we go. Now I have a pink salmon sword-ish. Rose pink. Ta-da! Oh my god. It's kind of ugly. Oh. Let's do something about that. Alright. But I'm also gonna... Ooh. Ooh. It's cute. Now I'm gonna do that thing again that I thought was quite fun. Whoa. What was it? Was it here? Yes. Wait. wants to take the white with it? Something like that. Cool. Now let's see if we can do something here. It's not as cool as before. Oh my god, it's doing it again. Now we wait. Okay. In the meantime, while my blender tries to not crap itself, oh, there we go. I'll just go and answer some questions really quick. Okay, so I can see a couple of questions repeated. How can I clear the painting, or how do I texture my insurance fraud away? I can't help you with that one, but I can help you with the how can I clear the painting, or how do you erase color. This option is strangely actually not so obvious. It's not such an obvious answer. I usually use Control Z. You can restart and clear your whole painting by creating another texture or another base color and using that. I'm pretty sure the base, so because your like base of the canvas is white, you can also erase by like actually using your pen and making it white, and then oh Jesus Christ, that's not what I wanted. Like this, because your canvas is white, and as you could see, like when I tried to smear, I was smearing the white actually onto my asset also. Fun stuff. Weird stuff. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, you can erase by also painting with white. But there is no built-in eraser tool, generally, at least from what I have found, from what I have seen. There's a lot of different information out there online that is also a little bit misleading. It's kind of not so clear and obvious all the time. I'm actually not happy with that. I don't want that. That's not that. Maybe like this. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint. I know it's kind of like a sucky answer, but yeah, it's yeah, unfortunately that tool is neglected a little bit, I feel like. There are other things that I've done in the past, but usually I just Control Z. I find that to be the easiest method. Let me see. Okay. I should take this a little bit more seriously so I can actually have a texture somewhat finished by the end of the class, hopefully. And we are glitching out again. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's okay. But yeah, between me and you guys, I wouldn't generally use Blender for texturing anyway. It is like a nice sort of fun tool, and you can come with some decent stuff. Texturing via the node-based system is probably like a more... Oh, wrong key. A more preferred method of doing things, like procedural texturing sort of thing. Then you can also come with some really cool results that doesn't really involve painting. So it's a lot more technical. But I would recommend, if you guys really want to take texturing super seriously, I would recommend Substance Painter. That's industry standard. 3D Code I've also worked in before, is pretty fun. You can also make your own textures in Photoshop as long as you have this UV map, these UV map islands saved out as PNGs, and you can see where the UV islands are. You can paint on them in Photoshop as PNGs actually, and then take them back into your rendering engine or your whatever software and apply those PNGs, and the texture will appear on your object. So there are lots of cool different ways to do it. Any tips on making something look gold with using colors? Totally. Actually, that sounds a little bit more fun than my salmon sword. So, I'm just gonna... Let's just do something cool and gold. Something like that. Really, like, layering things, like a layering based system. I don't want to say system, that's a bit misleading, but let's see here, using colors. What? Blender, you are glitching out today. What is going on? It just loves fucking with me. Oh, excuse my language, pardon me. It's a bad habit. Okay, that'll do. Alright, base color. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get like maybe like a lighter color in there for reflections and stuff. Maybe something a little tinted more up here slightly. Paint something like this maybe. Ah! Blender is throwing a tantrum with me today. What is going on? Like this. Something like that. Turn the radius way down. So, I might just go in here and do it like on here also. Depends on how cartoony you want it to look, but actually, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? Firstly, I would start by adding sort of, it's okay if it's not perfect. Like, it kind of represents, metal is not also not perfect. Sometimes metal is pretty perfect, but not always. And this would be a lot easier if you were having a brush too, or a pen. So in this case, if I wanted to erase this yellow line, I would, because really, erasing color, it's like you can't have any part of your texture or on top of the UV islands without color or without some form of texture. If you leave it blank, it's gonna just register as like nothing when it comes time to render. So in this case, if I wanted to like erase that, I would simply just color pick the color beside it and then just cover it up like that. I get that maybe like it's a little bit, I don't know if that's, yeah. I mean, when you think of texture painting, it kind of makes sense to have eraser. Even in Substance Painter, you have something like an eraser, but that kind of really only is useful within masks and such things like that. More technical jargon. There we go. Anyway. It's not quite looking very goldy yet. At all. But I would just keep on adding sort of highlights and shadows to represent reflections, which gold is generally pretty shiny, in my opinion. I can't really say that's my opinion. That's kind of, gold is objectively reflective, usually. There we go. Cool. Whoa, that's some stretch for you. And if I do the same thing on this side, it's gonna, whoa, that's looking wonky as hell. Anyway, we are here for the fun of it. Okay. We have a question of how can we make it glow. So, if you wanted to use the asset in like a practical sense, and it should glow when you render it, or it should glow in like a game engine, or, you know, however you... What? Look at that stretch. Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway. If you wanted to have it in a game, engine, or actually make it glow, depending on the intensity of the glow, you would set up lights to kind of give it like, kind of make it give the impression that it's glowing. But if you wanted to make it glow using just textures, that's called emission. Or, let's see, I saw it here somewhere. Usually, also within Substance Painter, you can create like an emission map, and that indicates which part of your asset should glow and how much it should glow, usually by a scale of 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. 0 being black and 1 being white, or vice versa, depending on the information or depending on the way it interprets information. And so you have like this black and white map, and depending on the tone, it's gonna make it glow in the render engine. And you just hook that emission map up to your asset. Here we go. Yeah. So, give this a try. This little ball here. Make this color however you want it, like whatever color you want it to emit, and then the strength, and then try giving it a render. I've actually never tried to render emission in Blender before, but I don't see why it couldn't work. Okay, now I have made something. I've done something here. Oh my god, it's horrendous. I might just clean that up. Oh my god. Go. Holy smokes. Far from perfect, but you know what? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's what I say. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Now, I will pick a... Let's do a darker color this time. Maybe something like this, perhaps. I mean, metal is kind of hard because it's just so... If you had like a super detailed surface, it would pick up reflections really nicely. But it's like with all these straight edges, it's kind of just... What am I thinking right now? Let's see. What is going on? Oh my god. Oh, this is not one of my best swords ever, but oh well. I'm gonna try and save this by softening the absolute hell out of it. Maybe smearing it, blending it a little bit. Actually, oh, sorry if I missed your question. What tools did you say we should use for texturing? Stefania asks. So the tools that I'm using for texturing right now, I'm just in the texture paint tab up here, and I'm just painting using the paintbrush. After I've created a base color up here in the texture slots, I can just go ahead and start painting. And I'm just using my mouse to paint this monstrosity in a... Oh my god, I cannot. Oh. Actually, this maybe... Like, that's more of a gold-esque color, I guess. than before, but still not. It's kind of... Okay, fuck it. Excuse me. Alright. I was just gonna... What? That don't make no sense. Okay. It just kind of... Might have to paint it over here because the texture is so stretched. When I paint over here, it kind of is a misrepresentation of how it should actually look. So I'll just try it over here. Well, I haven't made too much progress today, have I? What on earth? I would not recommend doing this with a mouse. There we go. Something like so. All right, 10 minutes to go. We are nearly running out of time, guys. Sorry about that. We are gonna get on Discord soon. Now oh my god. Now I'm just kind of smudging it to make it look a little bit more organic. There we go. And for you guys who are really good drawers and really good artists out there, I hope you guys submit your work to the Discord because I cannot wait to see how you absolutely just demolish this in Blender and make something amazing and blow me away. Here we go. I haven't done many hand-painted textures in my time. I'm more of a... I have more experience with the photorealistic textures. Node-based and procedural things. But I do love the odd drawing here and now, and it's always good fun. So... something that doesn't really look like a gold sword at all, but... there we go again. Okay. Oh. Yes, sorry, Stefania, for misunderstanding your question. Like, you mean different programs and different softwares for texturing? Substance Painter is a really good one, and 3D Coat, which is not as popular, but also fun. 3D Coat is also a texturing software that's also used. How do you choose to only have how do you choose to only have metallic on the blade and not on the other parts? Right. So when it comes to rendering, that's where these texture files come in. I would do a plus sign and then the metallic map. And then I could mark out in the same way this blade of the sword would be, I think it's, I can't remember if it's 0 to 1, but the blade of the sword you can mark out as being completely metallic, and all these other islands would just be one solid color to represent non-metallic. And then the computer would read that information off of this map, and it would be able to say, oh, okay, like the blade is metallic and the rest of it is not. But as for like viewport settings, I do not believe that you can make just the blade itself metallic and not the rest of the parts. Except, oh my god, I'm in the wrong... I forgot to switch over when I restarted my program. Huh. No wonder. Oh my god. Okay. So, but yeah, like I said, in the viewport settings, it's gonna... yeah. It's gonna affect everything. Okay, so there we have a gold sword that looks way more gold than before, but, the painting... I don't know if the painting really did any of that. Turn it down a little bit. It's kind of fun looking. But yeah, generally when painting, hand painting, getting that hand painted look, you know, like World of Warcraft looking kind of stuff, they use a lot of hand painted styles in their textures, and instead of actually making something reflective, like by using this sort of stuff, I'm sure they do it in some cases, but they will paint the bright light reflections and the shadows onto the asset, and that kind of gives you that hand painted feel. So yeah, alright, I think from here might just move on to... oh, we got a golden sword. Might just move on to Discord from here on out. Just for the sake of finishing it, I'm just going to give these guys a little quick color. There we go. Okay. All right. There you go. There is the textured sword. I think it's kind of cute. I like it. A gold blade doesn't make much sense because gold is a very soft metal, but I like it. That's fun. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. I textured the... yep. Well, I would correct that, but not right now. Not today. Well, there you go. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed me suffering and trying to texture this blade in a type of way. And I, more than anything, I hope you guys enjoyed your time and that I was able to help you guys maybe learn a couple of little things, tips, tricks, and just some basic stuff in Blender. Hope you guys were able to get started. Yes, trust the process, exactly. We'll head over to Discord now to suss out the 3D printed sculpts. So let's go ahead and do that. And please, if you're comfortable and brave enough, please submit your work in the Discord. We love to see it. So yeah, hope you guys could learn a little something. All right. And Christian, it is time. Oh, welcome. Come in.
How dare you not
I
invite
called
me?
it. No, I literally just said it, and then it was like magic. You just knocked on the door.
Oh, perfect.
Immediately.
Because there is a little bit of a latency, so...
Yeah, exactly. So actually, you were actually like that was a freakishly perfect timing.
Call it the sixth sense.
Where do you want to... Can't even really see.
I don't know. Is this good? Can I be like in the back, just like...
Where are you? Yeah, if you go this way, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was about to just...
Oh, you good? Can you fit?
How's this?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Also, before that we... also, one thing is going to be Discord, but we also have some prints to show.
Yeah, we're going to show them that.
Oh,
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah,
I
you
can
go.
do it. Okay.
You go right ahead.
I can do it.
Hi, chat. I hope you're doing all right.
Okay, let's...
And meanwhile, Emily is slowly logging into Discord and looking some of the awesome submissions.
Does it
By the way,
like auto log us out or something? I don't get it. We have to do this every time.
I think so, unfortunately.
Okay.
Security matters.
Yeah.
Quick thing while Emily is figuring this stuff out. Next week we are having Unreal Engine where I'll be in front of the camera and Emily is taking a little chill session and will be the having the honor of moderating. I guess.
Yeah? I think that's the plan.
So I'll be in the hot seat next week, same time, same place. And yeah, we're gonna create a cool little scene for you guys to enjoy. And yeah, so we have both Discord submissions, and by the way, you're gonna be so proud. You're gonna be a proud instructor.
I'm so excited.
So,
oh my god. Okay, but this was like last week's sculpts.
Yeah,
and
so if you
okay,
scroll
so
down a
should
little...
we just go down to the bottom? Oh my god! It's a mushroom! We modeled mushrooms in Blender last week. Oh, I'm so proud. It's so beautiful. I actually wanted to texture the mushroom today, but I didn't save it. So...
Where's the Chad? Where's the Chad?
Oh, here.
Oh, there we go.
I got it. Okay, cool.
Hi,
Oh my
Stefania.
god. So amazing. I'm so proud.
That's Mario. I think also they went a little bit like a Mario reference in there.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. And even took the time out to make some grass leaves and a little bit of flowers. And,
How in the...
How long you been using Blender?
Damn.
No, that looks good.
It looks really cool. I'm just reading. That was an amazing Trust the Process live show. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. How do I render all of it? Ha ha ha. Yes, haha, indeed. That's like probably a whole nother class, I think.
Rendering is an art on its own.
It actually is. Like people, like jobs, companies in the industry hire people specifically just to do rendering.
Yeah.
In some companies. But, I mean, there are simple ways to do it. Sometimes you can just click a button and you can do it. Other times you need to set it all up and it's all complicated and Maybe I can, at the end, try and show you something. Yes, Stefani says, hi, Christian.
Hello.
Yes, I can, yeah, maybe we can go over rendering a little quick render thing at the end. But the viewport render system is as close as you'll get to rendering, like, in, like, a viewport setting. It's not exact, and it won't look quite nearly the same, but it is close to, you know, it's obviously closer than that. So, you know, yeah.
But you know you could screenshot but unless, like, if so, there is a million tutorials on YouTube.
That's actually also true. I
So-
did not mention that. Yeah, true.
I mean, of course, we are the source of all Blender things, but I mean,
We are the all-knowing gods.
there is like some
Ask
competition.
us only. No. But yeah, we yes.
And did somebody build
Exactly.
a little house?
I think this is so cute. I was blown away.
To whoever submitted that, please, 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 I would love to see some textures on that.
Steffi!
Steffi!
Is that Stefani? Is that Steffi and Stefania? I don't know if that's the same person, but it's Steffi. Well done.
Ego.
Love it. Well done.
Oh yeah, that's
crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Insane. I don't think that's from my class, but I mean, this would just take so long, like so much longer, and it's just like, wow, impressive. I mean, it's very nice, but I'm more of a mushroom kind of girl myself, but still, well done. So good. If you're in the chat, love it.
Good old Swampy. And yeah, that's all.
From a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we've seen those.
Yes. Okay. Any more? Oi! Whoa!
Ooh.
That's sick. That's so cool. That's so much fun.
Great colors.
How creative. Yeah, beautiful.
Well done. Ooh.
Yes! We've done something like this before also, actually. I'm not sure. This is today. Did this work today, right? Or was this from some classes ago? Because I remember we made a purple sword and it was like... Yeah, I mean...
No, you can see, like, today.
I feel inspired. Yeah, it says today. Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah, like, well done. Crazy.
Yeah, that looks like something that you could loot from, like, an epic loot in World of Warcraft or something. I would rock the hell out of that sword.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like also taking advantage, like, both of these really took advantage of the tools to smudge things and stuff, and it just creates some, like, nice marble patterns and stuff. I think that's really cool.
It's so good. Oh. See the hype in the chat.
So love it. Yes, amazing.
There's no like other communities. It's great to see everything coming along.
And then what have we got here? Sometimes we also get some submissions in here, so I just want to check, but
I think we are all
don't
right.
know. Whoa, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's one from our class.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, it's so
Cool.
good. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Sheesh. Okay,
Should
nice.
we,
Yes, let's do the
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Let's go. That's
Okay.
so cool.
I'll just find the names of the winners just
Yeah,
to make
do
sure
that.
I'm not doing anything wrong here. Diablo inspired. See, we're getting like good. Yeah.
I have no idea what it's called what the sword is called in Diablo, but I have the urge to call it like the blood sword or like the blood iron sword. It's actually more, it's like kind of like a wine red actually. Grape wine sword.
Do I smell a Pinot Noir?
I mix and crush my grapes with this sword to create wine.
A sommelier that walks in with that sword.
So
I
cool.
would feel safe and very threatened by it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Fun.
Should we?
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. Are you ready?
Yeah. So.
Thank you guys so much for your submissions. Maybe we'll come back to this in a second, but yes, now we have the names and the 3D prints ready.
Okay. The first, so there's no like second, first, or third place, but I will just say them as they were submitted. Oh, I'm just gonna move in a little bit.
Christian just picked 4 winners because he wanted to 3D print some stuff, and we all loved your work so much. And thank you guys so much for contributing. If you're in the chat, it was so much fun. And we just saw so much cool stuff, so we had to make it. And we're gonna show it off at CADA at the school. They're gonna be on display. So whenever we have our next open house and you guys are in town, feel free to come and join, and you will actually see your 3D prints.
And do you know what?
Here.
Do you know what?
And we're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna make this a tradition, I think.
Absolutely.
Aren't we?
And
Yeah.
do you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, if you're the owner of the print, you can take it home.
That's exactly. So you better
Take a flight to Denmark sometime next month.
Exactly.
So the first winner is Dark Print Miniatures, who did this one. Would you like to hold it and show it?
I would love to.
So this is the Mimic Ring.
It's a little because it's bright white. It's a little burnt out. But here, I will bring it.
Yeah, there we go. So that is the Mimic Ring.
I
And
can't hold it still. Okay, there we go. Yes.
And
So, it's like a ring.
and it has a mouth in the bottom as well.
Oh yeah, like that's crazy. So we were actually also able to
How?
3D print that.
And it almost costed me a finger. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Crazy.
yeah.
So I get like we were talking about we should make this like an actual object within D&D or something, within Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, and then it would be like.
Da, 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 da. So cool.
But my hands are also misleadingly small, like very small. So
I tried it
for
on.
me, it's like a bracelet for me, but yeah, like.
It's called fashion. Look it up.
So cool, and you can also paint these things also.
Yeah, how neat is that?
Cool. Awesome. Well done. Congratulations.
The next winner, which is Öland. I think it's in Danish, but if it's not, we call it Ålands, which is. Ba-da-da! Ah, there we
You
go.
kind of need to like. Can they see? Yeah, they can see. Yeah.
Also
I'm
work.
not helping at all. Okay. Yes, exactly. No, you got it on backwards though.
Oh, dude.
There you go.
Dude.
This is hopeless. We're so amateur at this. Oh my god.
Damn
It
right.
looks really cool. It looks really cool in person though.
Yes.
So, yeah. Sweet.
There we go.
Congratulations.
And the last one, which was made by Noodle Rat, or what we said, Noodle Rats. We were kind of like, we were a little bit unsure, but we call it Noodle Rat, which is the bird skull, or as I would like to say,
Let me
it's
see if I can find it.
There we go.
Oh yeah, because like the name is Noodle Rat, but I made a joke and said Noodle Rat.
And
It's a Noodle Rat.
And
Okay.
that is the bird skull. Wow.
Oh. Yeah, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. There we go. Ta-da! Submission and result.
How cool is that?
There you go. Wee. It's like not focusing at all. But we do our best, okay?
It's just like holding up hands. It's like, oh.
It's harder than it looks, okay? Because the camera is mirrored for us, so it's completely
Yeah, it's just like, go
backwards.
left, and then it like goes right. It's like, ah!
Exactly. But it's so cool, and it's actually, it looks anatomically accurate also, which is like super cool.
Yeah. So.
And like, if you guys can see like the little, we kind of, oh, can you,
Oh!
hey, the pattern though,
Yeah.
it goes off. There you go. Cool.
So congratulations to.
Congratulations.
But I did try to get a hold on Flutendut with the
Mhm.
chicken legs, but you left me on red, so I couldn't get a hold on your project. So if you still want to get it printed,
Did you get ghosted?
I got ghosted by one of the attendees at the boot camp, and yeah,
Better luck.
it's not me. It's apparently you. So no, I'm messing with you. But Flutendut, if you are watching right now, call me. So yeah.
So cool.
And I believe
And we'll be doing this more in the future, right?
we're doing this at every single ZBrush session. So get your
Not next week, but the week after is our next ZBrush class, and I will be taking that class also. And you're in Unreal Engine.
next week.
Game Engine. Whoop!
So if you want to make a cool little scene with
Your mushrooms, and your textured sword, and your sculpt, and all that stuff, join that class.
log in next week. I
Yes.
promise you, we're gonna have a bunch of banter, and we are hopefully at the end, if we make it, we will make a little video as well with a little moving camera and some cool stuff like that. So I hope to see you guys next week. That's gonna be super fun.
Cool. We have a lot of comments and a lot of chats. Oh my god. We're gonna read all this.
I live. Wait, hold
There's
on,
so many-
Christina Isgaard. So I'll swing by your open. Christina, swing by. Claim your
God.
sculpt or come and say hi. We'll be there. I'm also attending the open house where people. What's up?
Stefania, your energy is unmatched. We love to see it.
Keep on the good vibes.
Yes, love it.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. We are very impressed. Okay, I'm just so happy. Oh my god, I'm literally reading everything. Okay.
So.
Awesome. Do we know when the next open house is? Do we have dates?
I
always ask this question.
Yeah,
I'm always doing this.
Thank you for putting me on the spot.
You're welcome.
I believe it's gonna be in May. It's gonna be May.
You really couldn't resist that one.
Nope. And every time May comes around, I promise you, I will overly use that joke. So I will quickly just. Sorry, I'm not on the phone. To blah blah blah. I'm just quickly checking out. Yes, Thursday, the 30th of May. I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
It's gonna be May. Yes, and it is. But you can go in on our website. Link is in the description where you can go and sign up for the open house. That's where you also get some reminders and to see what you kind of can expect. And you learn some little bit about our school.
And Whitebread says if you didn't have, sorry, he or she, I'm not sure, I will not assume, if they didn't have any visa restrictions, they'd be here tomorrow. Love that. Well, now you have a deadline by the next open house. No pressure or anything.
No, it's fine. And
Welcome from Turkey, by the way. Welcome.
There we go.
And Swampy, welcome back. Love to see it. Blender crashed when I went to save the textures.
No!
Great software, 10 out of 10. Have to restart now. Yeah, I know. And on behalf of Blender, I apologize for that. I also experienced some issues, which is super strange, super weird and annoying.
And what can we learn from that?
Always save
Save
regularly.
often and save early.
Yeah, but the thing is that even if you save the file regularly, it doesn't save the textures regularly. So you have to save the file and the textures. Or at least the textures. If the file is, but if you've unwrapped your file, you gotta save the file. If you've just textured, you gotta save the textures. It's a complete
Oh, Swampy. Okay, I'm sorry for that
We're
one.
so sorry, Swampy.
But
right.
damn.
Yes, okay, but we are a little bit way over time now.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
But that's okay. We enjoyed it so much. Great work, guys. Thank you so much for the submissions. Thanks for those of you who joined, and if you just watched and hung out, we hope you enjoyed it and just chilled and hung out and had some fun. Maybe learnt a couple things. If you tagged along and did it along with me, I'm so impressed by the cool stuff that you guys have made, and it looks really nice. Super creative people in the chat, and yeah, hopefully, I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you learned a little bit of how to get started with texturing in Blender. So yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, exactly. See you next week for
Unreal. For an unreal cool stream. I need to stop.
No.
I need help.
Don't stop.
That's all, folks.
Great. Yeah, that's all.
That's
today.
all, folks.
And thank you, and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Peace.
Bye.